We'll throw away garbage video for you.
That's the best type.
I just want to gloat for a bit.
These throwaway videos get the most views.
They certainly do. I was very surprised when our wrestling theme video made so much fucking like that has like
where we
something thousand
talked
views.
about. Well, it's very relevant.
That was a Facebook suggestion about it. Anyway, do you understand? Look at the wrestling world these days. Raw ratings never get above 2s. AEW,
they're going down. Every year they're down.
AEW gets 700,000 viewers. NXT gets 600,000 viewers. Do you understand that we were right about everything we've ever been saying?
Fucking Bob Ross reruns on the creative channel get more ratings than WWE.
We started this channel in late 2013 because that year's Survivor Series was so terrible.
I remember that.
We should probably go back and look at it.
Probably.
The show that made us start this channel.
We should do reviews of our early videos.
The show that made us start this channel was Survivor Series 2013. I don't remember what happened on it, so it'd be good to look back on it. But anyway, since then the show has gotten so much worse to the point where neither of us have watched it in like 2 years. Longer than that, 3 years I think we haven't watched it.
It's been quite a while. Even when we started making videos again, we're not watching the show.
And the reason the show has gotten so bad is because of everything we've been saying since fucking 2013.
It's been accentuated.
It's gotten to the point now where our views that got us a lot of hate back then are just mainstream now.
Yeah.
Wrestling Jesus.
There's nothing radical about what we say.
Every time WJ makes a video, he's talking about how it's fat anime neckbeards who killed wrestling. And it's literally anime stuff. Have you seen AEW? It's all these anime guys pointing at each other, fingering assholes.
Golden Lovers. There's people still clamoring for a Golden Lovers reunion.
Like this was all. You thought we were joking? This was all real. We were right about everything.
But you know what would really, and this is what the conclusion to all this is. I don't know if I'm sure you all have heard the news about what's going on with WWE Network. Vince McMahon literally sold the rights to it to Peacock. You have to subscribe now, starting in March, I think, to NBC's streaming service and go into a folder on their app to find WWE Network. Now, you may make this, you can spin the narrative and say, well, yeah, but look at how much money he's getting for it. Sure, that's fine. Maybe now that's good for Vince. If you're telling me when he launched WWE Network all those years ago at this point, he did it with the express goal of thinking, oh, maybe someday Peacock will buy my network from me. No. That's not what Vince McMahon wanted. He wanted his own brand. He created his own little world. He doesn't want to have to sell his company and have you go through NBC's app to find WWE programming. But unfortunately, that's where he has to go now. Because WWE Network has no cultural relevance. WWE has no cultural relevance. Wrestling has no cultural relevance anymore.
And again, okay, sold it for $1 billion. That's a fucking fuck ton of money, right? Nobody's arguing that WWE is not making retarded amounts of profit now, obviously.
No, but it's not because their ratings are going.
No,
because Vince McMahon's a
they're
smart
less
business.
relevant than ever. Vince McMahon just happens to be a genius.
Why do you think he has to go to Saudi Arabia?
Exactly.
You know? Like, there's nothing in the United States that can sustain his company alone anymore. You know? 20 years ago, they probably could have sustained themselves just touring in the United States. Not anymore. There's not enough fan base. People don't care.
The wrestling business is more profitable than ever, but it is as unpopular as it's ever been.
It's real. It's beyond unpopular. Now it's actually, you're frowned upon. If you're watching this shit in public on your phone at a cafe and someone walks by and looks at you and they see assholes in underwear dancing, they're gonna think you're a flaming fag!
I'm sorry, but like, I can't fucking do it. I can't watch this fucking show. These AEW matches are people doing 85 finishers, no one getting pinned. Where's the fucking psychology in any of this?
It's stupid. I think I turned it on once last summer. We might have even mentioned this plot in a video. Some stupid shit with Asuka and her friend getting beat up backstage or some shit.
Who cares?
And she's like, she has a dilemma. Does she save her friend? I don't care! I don't give a shit about Asuka! What kind of adult man wants to watch that?
If you talk to these wrestling fans now, they're completely out of their fucking mind.
They're genuinely shocked that you won't watch it.
They're like, well, you see, it's a different time. Like, I don't understand why, because however much time has passed from when wrestling was good, that means you don't have to make interesting TV, you don't have to have a single storyline, you don't have to have realistic looking fights.
In 50 years, if people are walking down the street eating literal shit nuggets, you're gonna say, well, it's a different time? No, they're eating shit!
Like, what does it being a different time have to do with producing garbage, no-effort television? I don't understand that. Someone help me understand that. Why is it just because it's a different time that means you don't have to try and make the show good? I don't get it. Because you can't tell me, you can't put on fucking Raw or AEW, see a show that's filled with 35-minute rematches and tell me that's the best effort the writers came up with. You can't say that.
And the most insulting part is there's like 500 Rumble this year.
You know what the plot is?
What's the plot?
They had to bring Goldberg back. That's the plot.
You can't. I love Goldberg, but you can't think of anything else other than that.
And you really think Goldberg? He's fucking 54 years old. He's probably tired.
Oh, I think I just popped a brain hemorrhage or something.
Do you think Goldberg really wants to be wrestling with these fucking dorky millennials who he has nothing related?
He knows they're dorks.
He can't relate to these fucking assholes. Goldberg can beat all these guys up without trying in real life.
Now he can't because he doesn't know shoot Muay Thai.
Goldberg hurt people doing his fake shit. You think he would hurt people in a real fight?
Oh, it's just fucking insulting.
We were right about literally everything we've ever said. You can't fill the fucking show with all these fucking no-name assholes, tell us how great they are because they've been all over the world and love fighting for these fans, and think you're gonna do significant numbers.
My God, case in point. Do we need a 30-man women Royal Rumble?
Oh, God.
On top of the men's Royal Rumble? Do we need 30? Is there actually 30 employed women wrestlers, or do they pull like vintage divas out from the past to come back?
They'll bring back like...
I can't say diva!
They'll bring back like that fucking fat Bolton Nakino bitch or whatever, because they can't bring back any of the sexy ones. Fucking, that's another thing. Show structure-wise, all this women's stuff, which we've been saying will keep
Oh
the show.
God, it's so horrible!
The fact that you have gimmick pay-per-views, so you know Hell in a Cell, God, but Hell in a Cell must be... Now you gotta have 2 Hell in a Cell matches, because you gotta make sure the women do it. TLC, you gotta have the women's TLC Money in the Bank. Women's Money in the Bank.
Insulting to... Oh God, it's so boring.
And we said it right from the beginning. You can't just decide that women's wrestling is good when there's no market for it. Because look what's happening to the ratings now. The women take up like 90% of the fucking show.
Look at my wang Taz. Yeah. It's ass. God, it is just, you can't, but that's the thing, you can't watch it, you can't sit through it. This past summer when Orton was slithering around and everybody online was pretending that he was revolutionary and he was having a late career resurgence, no he wasn't!
Nobody was watching it.
Nobody was watching it! It's not a resurgence that the ratings are going down!
Look guys, the athleticism is better than it's ever been, no one cares.
Oh,
We've
God.
been saying from the very beginning that nobody cares about wrestling for the wrestling.
Water.
I don't get it. I just don't. And like you say these shit to a wrestling fan, it's like the world is It's like that stupid meme of the dog in the flaming room where it's like
This is fine, it's not fine!
Like, if you try to explain this shit to a person who still watches this fucking because again, the fans are sick people nowadays. It's not like back in the day when you were just guys who wanted to watch a good TV show and wrestling just happened to be a great TV show. Not a sport. These people, they watch these matches and they say how... I'm not even making this up. They'll say they like the matches because of how beautiful they are.
God. You know, I won't give too much personal info away. I'm at work the other day. I'm down in this fucking boiler room with these, like, mid-50s guys just chatting away. There's like steam pipes and shit exploding around. The topic of wrestling comes up. Don't you think every single one of them knew who? Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, going further back than that, Jake the Snake, Haystacks Calhoun. They love these people. They fucking love it. Mention to them, well, what do you think about Shinsuke Nakamura? They're like, what?
This is not a show for normal American
not!
people. This is a show for sick weirdos who don't watch wrestling to be entertained by a TV show.
they are-
They literally watch it to masturbate.
They're all into that lolicon bullshit. They like cartoons of like 9-year-olds and they whack off to it. They're fucking completely fucked up in the head.
People thought we were kidding this whole time about
It's gotten so bad, and by putting this shit on mainstream things like wrestling and allowing them to seep through the cracks of the walls, their fucking perverted minds have become mainstream now. Nobody knew what the fuck a lolicon was 3 years ago. Now you can't go online without reading about a fucking disgusting fat son of a bitch talking about this shit. Oh, my head.
Case in point, just look at Kenny Omega.
God!
The gay anime shit he does in the ring, and you tell me that everything we said since we started wasn't 100% accurate.
Kota Ibushi needs to be executed!
How can you tell me that Kenny Omega is the greatest wrestler in the history of the business when nobody's watching what he's doing?
Oh, God, is he still even in AEW?
Oh, yeah.
Is he the champion yet?
I think he is. I don't fucking know.
Jericho, you have a brain. Clearly, you voted for Trump. Can you just kill this guy? Don't pretend that that's art.
Chris Jericho has to know.
He has to know.
Did you hear the fucking pop Jericho got when he fucking won the belt on Raw back in the day? Now, do you think he's ever gonna get a reaction like that again in fucking AEW? Fuck out of here.
Oh my god, it is frightening, and it's not just a wrestling problem, it's a world problem.
It's an attitude.
We've allowed nerd culture to just seep into everything. You know what I freaking love? I like Cobra Kai.
That's right.
I like Johnny Lawrence and Cobra. If you're a SmarkBusters fan, go watch Cobra Kai. Johnny Lawrence and John Kreese are what we need in this country right now.
You know, Cobra Kai's gonna get fucking ruined.
It's
though,
going to.
because it's on Netflix. It's a bit too white.
I already saw an article in the Los Angeles Times that it's whiteness persona, whatever that
They
means.
literally have like a Mexican main character. But it's too
He's too white. They had to make him.
whatever.
God, everything is ass.
Basically,
oh,
the conclusion of this video is that we're the best channel in the YWC because we've been telling the truth from day one.
but it's literally making me sick. Because we really did like wrestling,
Listen.
folks.
I don't know if we ever got this point. Maybe we should make a whole other video about
I have
this.
children. They're gonna want to watch wrestling someday, maybe. What am I supposed to do? Make them watch Raw? Seriously.
I love wrestling. This has nothing to do with me looking back with youthful... Because I can watch shit that I didn't grow up... Breaking kayfabe here. I didn't see a single minute of the Attitude Era. I can go back and watch the entire... Every Raw from 97 up to 2000... And I'm like, wow, this is just a good TV show. Not high art, just a good fucking TV show. It's still just as entertaining now as I'm sure it was back then. Do you think anybody has ever thought, I'm gonna buy the network, I wanna watch fucking Battleground 2015? No! I wanna watch fucking Survivor Series 1998.
But think about how much better Battleground 2015 is than now.
There you go.
Look at how quickly, it's like exponentially every year. It just becomes to the point where it's like, what the fuck happened?
I mean, back when we first started the channel, the show was fucking awful. But at least we could watch it with this channel as the only motivator.
The biggest problem was Daniel Bryan.
It got to the point where not even making videos was a motivator for us to watch anymore. I couldn't stand seeing fucking Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens every week.
But it's gotten worse after those.
It's gotten, yeah, well look at AEW. Everybody on AEW is worse than Kevin Owens, I'm sorry. Not that Kevin Owens is good at all. Kevin Owens is the worst wrestler of all time. Except for the AEW guys.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't see how it's sustainable. It's going to go out of business. Or it's just going to become like a thing that gets uploaded to Peacock once a week. They're going to lose the TV deal.
Professional wrestling as an industry, like what's going to happen?
Oh, but guys, they're still the #2 cable program in the world. Cable is a dying medium, folks. It's going to go away within the next 10 years. If it wasn't for sports, nobody would have cable.
Wrestling is a sport.
Oh, stop. Stop! I will guarantee you 95% of the people who post on Reddit Squared Circle, because that's where wrestling fans congregate now, Wrestling Forum is dead, 95% of them like Lolicon. I guarantee you.
It's like, it's almost something that you have to do in order to watch the show. Because that's who it's for. It's literally for people who like to masturbate to it. If you hear the way these people talk about the beautiful fucking fluidity of the motion, and just
Look at Asuka's boots!
look at the long-term storytelling with this fucking Kota Ibushi, like what?
Oh my god, but that's the thing, there is no long-term storytelling. The fucking writers have no clue what's gonna happen next week. Ugh, whatever. Folks, we're screwed.
Yeah, the business is done. And we've been saying it forever. We've been right the whole time.
Fuck Cody Rhodes and fuck Lolly Khan.